Queenstown today to try to figure out how to safeguard our bee population. That's as the ferocious varroa mite continues to spread. Federated Farmers Bees chairperson John Hartnell joins us now from Queenstown. Good morning, John. Now, this isn't really just about making sure we've got plenty of honey on the breakfast table. Tell us really what's at stake here.
Quite correct. The biggest issue is to ensure that we have a pollination workforce to get out there and do the job that's required in our agriculture and horticultural sectors, and that's really a key focus, and with that comes the requirement to have strong nutrition and good bee health.
The varroa mite has had an effect obviously on bee populations. It's been around for about 13 years. How virulent is it?
So the varroa mite now is basically shifted from Auckland, and it's all the way down to Bluff. So every bee population in New Zealand now has been affected by the varroa mite, and particularly those hives that we knew that were wild or feral out in the bush and in the side of wool sheds and things that were there historically in the past. They are now all dead. The varroa mite's killed those. So without man's intervention, we wouldn't have a bee population in New Zealand.
Wow. So although man has intervened, do we still have a threat to our entire bee population from varroa and from other viruses?
Yes, certainly. Varroa, I believe, is the catalyst right around the world to see the strength and the health of our honeybee being broken down. So when you add the varroa into the mix along with other diseases that the bee is susceptible to, then you have a cocktail that's unattractive and certainly of concern to the bee industry.
So the conference today is aimed at what?
So the focus has been for the last 3 years has been looking seriously at bee nutrition and what we do to replace those traditional foraging sources that have been removed from our countryside. Probably a reflection of more of a monoculture farming environment we have now, with large dairy, large arable sectors, with the gorse bushes and the broom bushes, etc., removed from that. From that situation. Apologies, my ear just dropped out.
That's all right, John. So this is about educating farmers and everyone, I guess, as to what you need to plant or what you need to preserve in order to try and generate the right sort of food source for bees.
Correct, that's what it's all about. We're looking at how do we replace that nutritional benefit, and particularly we're focused on pollen. Nectar's the energy, but pollen is the vitamin source for the honeybee, and good pollen produces good bees. Fat bees are what we're wanting. We don't want skinny bees, because they're the ones that get out there and do the work and get the pollination done in the countryside.
Can I just talk very quickly about honey? Okay, it's currently illegal to import honey into New Zealand, I believe. Is that the right stance to have? Still continuing? Sorry, John, you're not hearing me. How are you doing now? Can you hear me?
Hang on.
That's all right. Cold hands in Queenstown.
Okay,
you all right there?
Okay, sorry.
I was just interested very quickly to know about, we have a current stance that there's no importing of honey into New Zealand. Should that continue, or has the horse bolted?
No, we're very conscious of that. It's really important for our industry that all New Zealanders are aware that we don't want to see imported honey in the country. We don't want it crossing our borders and breaking our biosecurity border. Very, very important that we're careful of that, because the honey can carry bacteria and viruses, and there are diseases that are currently offshore that we certainly don't want in New Zealand. So very, very important that we are conscious of that. If we had another virus or disease into our bee population now, that would certainly create some serious concerns, and obviously it would weaken the bee population and our bee stock.
And threaten our entire sort of natural food production, I guess. John Hartnell, thank you very much from the Federated Farmers. Much appreciated for your time.